Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I got $1 leads from my SMA, as you can see right here, which brought in 106K per month in terms of revenue for us. And I'm going to walk you through the old way I was doing it, my AI meta ad system, which in this video I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, and you guys can steal it step-by-step walkthrough, no gatekeeping, and see how I was able to also do that and replicate it for clients of different niches, just to prove this is something that's not just for me, but you guys can implement this today for any of your niches and just get results right after this video. So let's get into it. What was the first thing, right? What was my old method? Lots of times I hear this left and right. I was doing thousands of cold emails a day. Everyone's doing that. I used instantly.ai. I had hundreds of cold DMs being sent out through VAs, which I got scaled up a little bit. And I had multiple commission-based cold callers and a couple base pay cold callers to see, incentives and whatnot. Guys, I was in the trenches. This was not fun. And you guys are watching this video right now because you probably already went through it or experienced it right now. This was not a fun time. Long hours, inconsistent. I burned email accounts, burned Instagram accounts left and right. And then when I actually got results in, it was cold traffic. These guys would hop on my sales call and they'd be like, make it quick. I got somewhere to be. Like, they were not in a buying state. Why would these guys want to give you money? I felt like a nuisance to them. No. I was like, something needs to change. So what did I do? Created this AI meta ad system right here that brought in $1.41 per lead, which brought in, as you can see right here, I created these ads. You guys may have seen it or not already. 106K monthly recurring revenue, as you can see right there. Now, lots of things were changing. I was like, this is awesome. I wonder if this works for other niches. And with the clients I was getting in, here's one client that got even cheaper cost per lead for me using the exact same method. Here's Chris, who got $1 cost per lead and ultimately ended up getting like 180 appointments per month from that same exact system. Now, let me show you exactly how I do it. Number one, ad creation. We're going to cover that. The full targeting setup. Number two, how we're going to scale the ads once we see they're winning. And what do we do next? And then from there, if something's wrong, maybe something's not within KPI, I'm going to show you exactly how we troubleshoot it. So number one, what do we need to do? Create a static or create a video ad. Which one should I use? Good question. They're both equally useful. Now I'm going to show you the pros and cons and difference. We'll start off with static ad. With static ad, less friction, brings in cheaper cost per lead, easier to make, faster to make, and on top of that, faster market feedback for you guys to realize if an offer is proven or not. Don't need to wait for edits, video recording, whatever. Now, what's the bad side about it? It doesn't build branding as strong as a video will. You speak, like, know, and trust, closer to the 7-hour rule. We'll get into that. Now, here's an example of one of our clients here that use I know you guys are surprised, a very low friction cost per lead ad right here, which was direct offer ad. It was very simple. We made this in Canva in like less than 5 minutes. Now, let me show you exactly why it works so well and we're able to get him so much cheap results. Number one, you need to call out a specific target. Don't be broad. He could have been business owners, local business owners, doesn't matter. The strategy we're using here is to hijack Meta's AI algorithm to push out these ads to people that actually need to see it and actually want to see it. So we need to be super specific. Solar pros, you can be even more specific than that. Solar pros doing 5 installs per month, super specific. Now, middle of the offer, our middle is where we put in the offer, and bottom is where we put in scarcity and risk reversal. And you guys follow that format right there, launch it. Now you'll probably be surprised, like, why does this work so well? I'll go into a little bit about like a broad campaign, kind of how that works. But Meta is going to be pushing out this ad, thousands and millions of people. But the people that are called out by this first portion right here, a very specific person will read that ad, will stay on it a little bit longer, they may even click on it. And Meta is going to notice that. And the AI Meta has in its algorithm, so much smarter than me or you, it's just going to know and associate that person and just keep pushing those ads to them, and more people like them, and it gets better and better over time. Now, what about video ads? That's also another route you guys can go. What are the pros? It could bring in higher quality leads. I'll go into it a little bit, and it builds branding and trust way faster, way more effective. What are the cons? It has to be good. I'm stressing it has to be good. When I launched my ads, dude, the amount of comments I got on my hair, on my tonality, on my background and I thought it was pretty good. Now imagine if you have like a half decent ad where you have like a shirt that's messed up or something. People will judge you. People will roast you on anything, even if you look like someone else. I had so many like, you look like this dude. I don't like you. It's so weird. There's pros and cons to it. Now, it could be very good for you as it could bring in higher quality leads, as it adds a little bit more friction. They have to watch a little bit more, so a little bit more commitment. But those people that are watching more might be higher quality because a little bit more serious. So what's the video ad framework that I used? Number one, specific ideal client profile call out. My sense right here, you can even see it in the comments right there. Agency owners above 5K a month. I said that in the video. Then I said my offer. I will guarantee you 10 full paying clients or you don't pay. Then right afterwards, I put testimonial. Here we have John who did XYZ, and we had a little mini call out. If you want that, click learn more down below. And then we add our unique mechanism right afterwards. We do this through AI agency acquisition funnels, XYZ, set you apart from everyone else. Then we add 1 to 2 more testimonials to even drive you even further. This person got 7x ROAS. This person got 30K in the very first month. Here's another call to action. If this sounds like you, something you want, go down below, click learn more. Scarcity, urgency, last step. We have like limited spots. This isn't going to be a long-term offer. So many things you guys can brainstorm. Now, if you guys are introverts or don't want to be making videos, I got an AI solution for you right here. What you guys can be doing is going on a software called hijack, which is the best AI deepfake software. All you do is record a couple minutes of footage of yourself, upload it to hijack, and it's just gonna cook. And then we have 11 Labs, which my personal opinion is the best AI voice software, and hijack's is like meh, it's okay. Their deepfake is astounding. So what I do, I create my script on 11 Labs, I get super realistic voice, and then I feed it into hijack, and hijack creates a deepfake around that script and around that voice, and boom, you guys have a deepfake that you can put out 5 ads a day. You can do for content, whatever you guys want to do. So now that we understand static and video ads, whichever one you want to do it. I would recommend starting with static. Now let's go into the exact meta setup and targeting walkthrough. This is probably why you guys are here. Step number 1, you guys open up your Meta Ads Manager on the right hand side and just follow along with me. Number 1, we're going to click on leads. Very simple. This is going to pop up. We want to click manual leads campaign. Do not use recommended settings. And I want you guys to not ever look at Meta's recommended settings. Don't use it. It's actually going to bring in worse results for you. Now, why would Meta want to give you recommendations that are going to bring you worse results? They want to give you just enough where you're seeing some success, but at the end of the day, they're business guys. They want you to keep putting money into something that's inefficient, but bringing just enough profit for you to keep putting money in. We want manual. This is where I'm going to show you guys exactly how we hijack the AI algorithm that Meta uses. You're going to see this on the left-hand side. Click on this little campaign folder. Title the campaign. Make sure everything else here is exactly as it is on default. Don't change anything unless I tell you to. Here, you're going to see these two things. They should be off. Make sure they're both off still. And then you're going to click on this ad set, which is this 4 little square thing. Title the ad set whatever you want. This case, you can title it broad. We're making a broad ad set now. Make sure you have instant forms and you connect your face. Scroll down a little bit and you're going to find something called dynamic creative. Make sure you turn this on. This is going to let the algorithm or Meta's AI test and to create variations for you, which is what we want. Budget and schedule. Now, if you guys are running 3 ads, like 3 creatives, I want you guys running like 15 to 25 per day, somewhere in that ballpark for an ad set of 3. Now, very important. I remember how I told you that Meta is trying to try to scam you guys on your money. You want to scroll down a little bit to where you see Advantage plus Audience, and I want you to click right here. Switch to original audience option. This is going to pop up. Use original audience. And then boom, this shows up right here. I want you guys to click on locations and you can target whoever you want. Target like United States, whatever. But right before we get into that, I want you guys to scroll down until you see something called detailed targeting, where it says advantage detailed targeting. It may be like detail plus or whatever, and it's on. It may be on. We want that to be off. This will come up. We want that off. Now, let me read you this. Reach people beyond your detailed targeting selection. Guys, do you understand what that is, what they're trying to do? If you leave that checked on and you had a 18 to 24, they need to be this interest stack, whatever it is, and you have that on, you're giving Meta permission to spend your money to put your ads out beyond that criteria you set. You don't want that. That's one way they're just throwing your money and burning it. Turn that off. Your audience is going to go down a little bit, but it's going to be way more effective. Make sure that's turned off. Now, when it comes to the locations, we like to target the big 4. places that have tons of money, need our services. Now, obviously check if that is something your service can provide, right? If you're doing real estate solely for United States, or insurance for like one state in the United States, I mean, unless you can operate in Australia, go ahead. But we like to target the big four. What's your ICP range? For us, agency owners, 18 to 40. For solar, maybe you want to go a little bit higher, maybe like 21 to 64. One example for you guys. Click save audience, title the audience, and it should look like this right here. And make sure this is off and that's off. Now, secondly, it's not just targeting, but also placements. They'll try to squeeze some money out of you, like make things super inefficient. Guys, I hate it. This is what we need to fix. You're gonna hover over this and there's gonna be a blue edit icon. Click on that. Click manual placements right there. And I want you guys to uncheck audience network. Once you uncheck audience network, make sure your feeds is only Facebook feed and Instagram feed. Uncheck everything else. Stories and reels. These four should be the only check mark. Done. And the rest here, take them off. Now, why are we doing all of this? This is the placements where your ads are going to be and where Meta is pushing it. They're going to want you to put it in every single corner of the platform. We don't need that. They're pushing it out to places which are inefficient. You're going to get so much more results with $50 put to Facebook feed and Instagram feed than people who look in your messenger inbox, right? This is where 99% of their traffic is coming from, but they want to spend your money in all these other places equally allocated. That's not how it should work. Now, once you have that done, it's time to create the ads. Click right here and title it to whatever you want. Connect your Facebook, Instagram page. And then right here, you're going to scroll down to where it says format and turn off multi-advertiser ads. And then scroll down a little bit and import your images, your videos, your ads, whatever you guys are doing. Then from here, make sure optimize creative for each person is on. Very good option. And for 3, I want you guys to do 2 primary text and 2 headlines. And on the very bottom, I want you to leave everything the same, but for a call to action, choose learn more, as we found that is the highest converting call to action that Meta has for be kind of our space here. Here's an example of our copy. We'll have a primary text right there, and I didn't show number 2, but all we did was we copied it, but we changed the first one here. The very first line just to A/B test it a little bit. And here's our headline. Feel free to add like an emoji. And then once you guys are done with that, scroll down a little bit and we're going to create a form. Number 1, title it. Number 2, select more volume. From here, go to Canva and create a similar background to this with these dimensions and upload it right there. Put your offer on top. Then when you go to greeting, you can literally copy this exact same thing, guys. Hey there, and you're going to fill in your info down below and we'll text you how this works. We purposefully say text you because people don't want to answer calls. We'll call you. They want a text, which is less friction, easier. They're more willing to give you their phone number, cheaper cost per lead. And then what you do is they get an automated text, but your appointment setter calls them up within 5 minutes and books them in for an appointment. Now, this next step here, very important. I want you guys to listen to this. You're going to be adding qualifying questions, but only if you need to. I want you guys to at least test it for 1 to 2 days with no qualifying questions first. Observe lead quality. If the lead quality is low and it's bad, you're not getting the people you want. If it's like 10% lead quality, everyone's like in India or they're broke. Add a question 1 by 1. Let's just start by 1, run it for another 2 days. Did improve it? Great. Don't touch it. Lots of you guys, if not majority of my clients, don't even need qualifying questions because the lead quality is so good because the ad itself targets the people that we specifically want. Now, if the ad was very broad, lead quality is going to be pretty bad because you're getting a lot of people. But if you're super specific with, if you're an agency owner doing 20K a month, doing this XYZ, you're only getting those guys because they're the only ones that are being targeted with this broad sort of campaign. Now be careful. If you had too many questions, that's going to skyrocket your CPL. That's going to add too much friction and you may choke your lead flow. And you'll never know what your real lead flow was if you started off with qualifying questions. So only do it if you're 100% sure it's going to be worth it. You've seen a huge pattern, and we recommend with even all that, 1 to 2 to 3 max qualifying question. Now, what's the next step? If you guys actually do want to create a qualifying question, we like to use conditional logic here. Question number 1, are you above 5K a month? Yes, they go through the whole regular format. Now, if they're below 5K a month, that's not quality for us. So if they say no, they'll get redirected to a second question, which is right here. Do you have 2K ready to invest for the minimum? Yes, no. If they say no, they're going to not even give us their lead form or anything. They'll go to an end screen Would you just, sorry, we're not a right fit, come back, here's a free training, lead magnet, whatever you guys want to give them. If it's yes, and they are willing to move forward with it, we can just keep it going. We just go, all right, continue on, guys. Pre-fill question. Copy this exactly as is. Full name, email, phone number in that order. You can create a privacy policy page if you don't have one for free on termsfeed.com. There's other websites you can use too. Literally so easy. Then from here, this is your end page, which you guys can order just like that if you have qualifying questions, and you can copy it exactly like this. Now make sure the headline is one last step. This isn't the default, guys. We want to create this sort of urgency so that, due to high demand and limited capacity, lock in your spot because we have a lot of people trying to come. Go to your website, and then we put your website right there for the calendar page. It can be Calendly. We have our Go High Level Book a Call page, and then the call to action is lock spot, which looks just like that. Now, this is the page I was telling you about earlier. If they're not a fit, you guys can give them a free training. Now, that's it. You're done. Create form, come down to here, and you select it right there. You should only see one if you don't have any. Now, if you guys want to scale it, all you do is you just duplicate this broad campaign, and then everything is kept exactly the same. But you should just go over and change the ad spend. But if you guys wanted to do an interest ad set, you just copy it and you change the audience settings. That's for a whole nother video. You guys are done. Review and publish. Launch. Congrats. Leads will start coming in as soon as today for you guys if you're doing it right alongside me. And I swear to you guys, this is the exact same system I use today to get 100 appointments plus a month. The same system all of my clients are using, and the same system all of my students are using as well. These are my ads. These are the copy. This is my exact same targeting that we use. Like, guys, this is exactly the same thing. So what do you do, and how do you actually scale winning? Once you have a CPL of between like $1 to $20 that you're happy with lead quality percent, you can duplicate the campaign like I just told you. Say you had a $50 per day broad ad set, duplicate it. Now it's $100 per day. And if you're getting like $2 cost per lead, you just double that. Easy money. Do not increase ad spend of the winning campaign. Don't touch it. So what do I mean by that? That one ad set we created for you guys right now, say that kills. Lots of people will make the mistake of saying, okay, instead of 50 a day, let me just change it to 100 a day. That's going to mess it up. Lots of times it will mess it up and it will break it and you won't get the same results. Don't touch it if it's not broken. What we like to do is just scale horizontally. Duplicate it. So now it's still 100 per day, but you have your original one that's still safe, and you have that second one where just in case it breaks, you can still fix it. Scale whatever you want up to 500 a day. Now, I will be making a video over lookalike audiences, retargeting, interest stacks, all of these other kinds of strategies you guys can use to scale. So subscribe if you guys want to see that. Probably going to be doing that throughout the whole week here. And troubleshooting. That's what you guys are here in case things aren't working right. Come back to this video if things aren't working right. So number one, let it run for like $50 to $75 spend on an ad set before we want to make like any decisions on it, right? If CPL is high, like 20 to 30 plus, so you're not getting like below 10, kind of what you're looking for. Number one, that's okay. It can be okay. Like we've had successful campaigns with over $100 cost per lead, right? Here's one example. Like if your cost per lead is $100, but you close someone for 5K from that, guys, the profit margins are still insane. As long as you guys are profitable and you're okay with the lead flow and you're getting closes at a good profit margin, return on ad spend is good, don't change it, right? You can optimize it on the side, but keep what's working right now working while you create a second one to see if you can get better results than the first one. But if the quality is bad and CPL is high, you can do some of the following. Some things may be going wrong. So let me just show you right now. How do we diagnose it? The offer may not be strong enough. You need to make it a little bit more irresistible, right? Add a little bit more risk reversal, right? If it's something like pay per appointment, what if you do like pay per appointment shown or pay per client, like what they actually want? We have a whole nother video going over just that. Decrease the qualifying questions. If there's too much friction, yeah, CPL may be a little bit higher. Bring it down a little bit. And then from there, see if you can push harder on the booking page, add more specific questions onto there instead of the meta ads where it's just choking the lead flow in the very beginning. Now, it could also be your call out is not specific enough for the meta AI algorithm, right? You're finding the wrong audience, redo it, be more specific. Like, for example, you could say local business owners offer. That's not specific. They're pushing it out to pretty much everybody. Right? If you're specializing in solar installation or getting help to solar installers, make it say like that. Solar installers doing 5 installs per month offer. You're going to be targeting those guys. There's people out there saying, if you make $150,000 per year and you want offer, here's my ad. Do that. And I hate this, but I love it at the same time. Like, a stupid fix that should not work is I'll like pause an ad or I'll unpause an ad because I'll be on vacation, I'll come back, and it would just like be broken. What I do is I would just literally duplicate it and launch it again without changing anything, and it'll work. And if it doesn't, I'll do it like multiple times. I have done it up to 7 times and it's worked. So like, meta is a little bit weird sometimes like that. But that's it, guys. Right? If you have anything more specific for troubleshooting or anything else at all, you have questions on ads, here's my Instagram. Feel free to just message me, guys. I love going to my DMs and just answering as much as I possibly can. But besides that, you guys have the same exact AI meta system tool that we use to get $1 leads and bring in tons of revenue for us. So literally, just go out right now, create those ads, just get cooking. If you guys get some good results, DM me, comment it, whatever you want to do. I'm going to be releasing so much more stuff for you guys. I'm going to be putting out a video on exactly how we get the very cheap leads to how we optimize it to get tons and tons of appointments out of those. So subscribe and stay tuned for that next